I call this one trigger warning because I don't really like to talk about this stuff on social media. But I understand I got to talk about it to raise awareness about what can happen to somebody even inside their own family. How would you, the people who watch my channel that find it hard to believe the stuff that I'm saying, let me just go ahead and put everything in one basket for you. Let's see if I can keep it under 5 minutes. How would y'all feel? You woke up one day, you think you live in a normal life, and you wake up one day, find out your family has been stalking you your whole life because of an inheritance that you knew nothing about. And me not knowing about it, I think was an excellent move by God, because there's nothing that these people can do to bind me to their wickedness. What if you found out that somebody stole your sperm, you paid off ex-girlfriends to steal your sperm, bring it back to them, and create a child with the individual in your family to further try to bind you into some kind of contract? Remember, you have no idea. You have no idea this is going on. You have no idea that the women that your spouse is betraying you behind the back, taking cash. You have no idea that every single thing you are involved in, whether it's a spouse, your job, is being sabotaged by family members. And you think that this is your mother and your father. You think that this is your cousins and your brother. You think that these are people I prayed for and I wish the best for, to come to find out that these people are stabbing you in the back 1,000 times over. How would you feel? Recently I heard they had a fake funeral. Uh, pretending I was dead. They had a fake funeral, guys. And they actually went to the courts with this bullshit. They went to the courts, told the courts I was crazy. All this stuff going on behind my back, and I had no idea about it. But the kicker is I had no idea about my inheritance. And that is just an excellent calculated move by God. I can't really say what my ancestors were thinking because I didn't get a chance to talk to them about what they were thinking. I don't know if the will was changed at the last minute. I don't know if maybe they changed the will because they found out that the whole family was satanic. Don't know. So God basically sent me down as a little lamb to be slaughtered, basically, well, not physically slaughtered, but to be mentally slaughtered by a bunch of wolves. The average human being could not have dealt with this type of information. And I'm not gonna lie, if I was in my 20s, I would have tried to hurt somebody out here. So this is stuff I have just learned of. So I have a child out there, probably with some cousin, who belongs to me, that I had no idea that's my child. I'm thinking I don't have children, and turns out I do because somebody stole my sperm. All this to bind me into a contract. Not only that, they're hiring hitman to come after me, and all this stuff. Well, now things are different. Now things are different. My angels are protecting me. I see helicopters flying above me. The big showdown is coming. And like I said, I'm only interested in making movies. But Truman Show, I'm a real life Truman Show. It's probably what I'm gonna title this, I guess. So how are you so emotionally dealing with this? Well, because it seems like it's not real. It seems like it's not real. It seems like I just woke up in some kind of dream. All of a sudden you find out you're an heir to some throne, and then you find out that these people you grew up with are not who you think they are. So all that stuff, backstabbing, it just doesn't affect me when I hear it, because it's like, okay, well, now I got to go out here and tell everybody what happened. It's shameful. This is the type of stuff. I mean, like, guys, I think very highly of myself, and the fact that I was even involved with this is embarrassing. It's kind of like damn near like story of Jesus. Embarrassing being around people who only want to hurt you. That's embarrassing. It's humiliating. And crazy thing about it, I knew that some problems was coming, but I didn't know what it was, because these people, they act crazy to me. That's why it was so easy for me to disattach from them, walk away. They say I changed. No, I just found out what was going on. That's what changed. But how would the average person take all take all this, hearing all this type of stuff. I can't be an average human being. I can't be, because there's no way God can send a normal human being down in this type of situation to be in this type of psychological abuse and harm. That's why I told y'all I deserve the whole pie.